Grand. Okay, so I figured out how to put the woody whoop on the woody whoop. So we in the woody whoop doing the woody whoop, you feel me? I figured out how to put a title on here, so I'm excited about that. Grand, divine. Pray all is well with you all. You know, we finna vibe out, get the vibes right, let everybody come on in. As y'all can see, it's Q&A, questions and answers today on a Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? So we finna just dive in, you know, go ahead and get your oodles and noodles. Go on and get your fruits. Go on and get your teas, your seeded grapes, whatever you gonna eat. If you rolling up, go ahead and roll up. You know, we gonna vibe out, let everybody come on in. You feel? Yeah, say Look. It's gold roses in my bathtub, water hot, Epsom salt with some essential rubs. It's gold roses on my floor too. I want God, might as well paint my floor blue. It's gold roses in my bedroom, bandanas hanging down, that's my red room. It's gold roses in my kitchen too. Everything I cook is vegan, ain't no chicken soup. Look. I write my goals and follow through, cause that's my focus. I mean my goals sound weight, cause that's the local. If that shit destroy my peace, I don't care what that is. Grab a lighter, burn some sage, I don't know what that is. It's all good, keep it moving, keep that vibe right. Make sure you meditate to keep that mind right. Burn some sage, keep it moving, keep that vibe right. Make sure you meditate to keep that mind right. It's gold roses in my bathtub, water hot, that's a salt with some essential rubs. It's gold roses on my floor too. I walk godly, might as well paint my floor blue. It's gold roses in my bedroom, bandanas hanging down, that's my red room. It's gold roses in my kitchen too. Everything I cook is vegan, ain't no chicken soup. All my niggas breathe in, all my niggas breathe out. Hey, burn some, matter of fact, burn some Palo Santo. Look. Hey, take a break and smell the flowers while you still can. Better tell your folks you love them while you still can. It's gold roses in my blood when I smoke too. Spiritual practice with these songs make me float. These next 3 days I ain't eating. See, I'm fasting. Feeling closer to my God. I got passion. See, I used to carry hate, but I got passion. So much pain up in my heart and had me lashing. Rosemary on my temples, head with migraines. It's an honor being of service, that's on my name. A God amongst men, you can't touch me now. Controlling all my urges, you can't fuck me now. It's gold roses in my bathtub, water hot, Epsom salt with some essential rubs. It's gold roses on my floor too. I want God, you might as well paint my floor blue. It's gold roses in my bedroom, bandanas hanging down, that's my red room. It's gold roses in my kitchen too. Everything I cook is vegan, ain't no chicken soup. A God amongst men, you can't touch me now. Controlling all my urges, you can't fuck me now. A God amongst men, you can't touch me now. Controlling all my urges, you can't fuck me now. Yeah. We just vibing out real quick. Let everybody come on in. Go on and get your oodles and noodles. Go ahead and roll up. Get your seeded grapes. You feel me? Get your juices. Get your herbal teas. You know, we on this 7-day fruit juice fast. So, you know, yeah, we going brazy. Just vibing out. Let everybody come on in, right? Boom, boom. We got the question and the answers. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to vibe out real quick. Let everybody come on in, man. Come on in. Grand.
See ya.
Yeah.
Let's need some smart ass poems.
Look, see how you do anything, it's how you do everything. I gave my all, what else to give? That shit'll drive me insane. Yeah, I've been up in them streets, I got rank, I got stain. See, I love to play chess, but I can't lose, not a game. If we ain't vibrating the same, then why the hell is you staying? See how words become them curses, better watch what you say. Yeah, you know this shit a game, so why the hell is you playing? You know heaven in your mind, so what the hell is you praying? The Lord God has said this man has become like one of us, knowing good and and yet my life has been preserved. The light of the body is in the eye. Therefore, if your eye is clear, your whole body will be full of light. The kingdom of God does not come with observation, nor will they say, here it is, or there it is. For remember, the kingdom of God is within you. This then is the message which we have heard from him, and they have cleared to you. God is light, and in him is no darkness at all. Yet darkness and light come from me. I have said, ye are God, sons of the Most High. But you shall die like mere men and fall like the princes. When two or more are gathered in my name, there I am in the midst of them. I said, when two or more are gathered in my name. Ashayo, Amen. I shall leave as I come. Look, see how you do anything, that's how you do everything. I gave all, what else to give? That shit'll drive me insane. Yeah, I've been up in them streets, I got rank, I got stain. See, I love to play chess, but I can't lose, not a game. Unlocking DNA, the only constant is change. Better learn to hear yourself cry and go through the pain. You in control of your own life, better watch what you saying. You see the devil lies in details, better watch what you frame. Alright, I'm gonna play one more song, then we're gonna dive in. I'm gonna play one more song, then we're gonna dive in. We're gonna dive into the community gathering. You know, we normally have it on Wednesdays, but you know, like I told y'all last week, you know, I was on them herbs, I was detoxing. You feel me? So, I like to stick to my words. So today we got the question and answer, and then the original day tomorrow, Wednesday, we're going to have our topic, and then we're going to do our thing. But grab your seeded grapes, grab your watermelons, your fruits. If you rolling up, roll up. If you got your oodles and noodles, get your oodles and noodles. You know, I got the teas. We're going to vibe out real quick. I'm going to play one more song, then we're going to dive in, y'all. This is my favorite shit right here, though. I'm telling you. Hey, whoever this nigga is right here is hard. On my mama. On bloods. But this nigga is fire. Hey, this nigga right here the truth, dog. I'm telling you. Look. Yeah. My bitches as a ride. My bitches as a ride. My bitches as a ride. My ambitions as a see, lately I've been protecting my peace. I went to the land of Tidal, I've been protecting my seat. Even though I talk to spirits, I still come for the streets. A big step, but still a gangster, I'm protecting my feet. I've been meditating, doing shadow work, I'm healing some shit. I've been trying to open my heart chakra, I'm feeling some shit. Yeah, I'm vibrating high, but I still beat your ass. And I don't really talk too much, but I teach your class. Yeah. And I still ride for my people. When I speak, I shake the room. I got some shit I can teach you. We don't vibrate the same, but I still pray I can reach you. A lost soul up in your eyes, just don't let it defeat you. 7 days within my fast, I'm on some emotional shit. I ain't even go outside, fuck the social shit. A lot of voices that I'm feeling, yeah, I'm controlling this shit. Yeah, I'm facing all my fears, yeah, I'm approaching this shit. Yeah. My ambitions as a ride. My ambitions as a ride. My ambitions as a ride. My ambitions as a see, lately I've been protecting my peace. I went to the land of Tidal, I've been protecting my seat. Even though I talk to spirits, I still come from the streets. A big step, still a gangster, I'm protecting my feet. Yeah, I'm protecting my feet. A big step, still a gangster, I'm protecting my feet. Even though I taught the spirit, I still come from the streets. Hey, man. Whoever that nigga is right there, blood. That nigga right. What he say? He said 7 days within my fast. I'm on some emotional shit. I ain't even go outside. Fuck the sociable shit. What? What? And for those that has joined the 7-day fast, y'all already know what I'm talking about. You know, after within, well, you know, specifically me, right? Specifically me, you know, within like the 3rd, 4th day of me fasting, fruit juice fast, it's a lot of emotions that be coming up, you know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of emotions that I be having to face because, you know, a lot of times, even myself, you know, we'll catch ourselves emotionally eating, right? So we'll eat to suppress certain emotions. But when you fasting, you have no external means to run to or no external means to suppress any kind of emotion. So when you're fasting, you got to face these emotions. And I think, hey, 7 days within my fast, I'm on some emotional shit. I ain't even go outside. Fuck the social shit. What? What he say? A lot of energy that I'm feeling. I'm controlling this shit. Hey, man. That nigga the truth, dog. That nigga the truth, but whoever that nigga, we day 3 in this though. You know, for those that have reached, that have joined the community of the fasting, we day 3. You know what I'm saying, in the fasting. If you want to join, hey man, come on in. You know what I'm saying. But yeah, welcome. I see y'all asking about the name. The song is not out. I'm working on my album right now. You feel what I'm saying? So that song probably ain't even finna be out till about next year. You feel what I'm saying? But however, right? You know, I'm working on the album. We got some things going while we do the community. I continue to send to allow you all to hear, you know, some unreleased music here and there. You know what I'm saying? I can't give out too much sauce because then when the album drop, y'all gonna be like, man, shit, I done heard it already. We've been vibing in the community gathering. I ain't even gotta, you feel what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So yeah, man. So yeah, I'm working on the album, y'all. But however, I see a lot of new people, a lot of new individuals, and not a lot of new beings. You know, so welcome to the community. If this is your first time in the community, welcome. We welcome you with open arms. We appreciate you. We honor you. We respect you. And please note that this is a safe space to be able to elaborate, express yourself, and, you know, all of the above, right? So as y'all can see tonight, we talking about questions and answers. You know, these past 3 to 4 weeks, you know, we've been going in about disease. We've been going in about, different foods, different diets, the biochemistry of the body, how the body breaks down certain foods, you know, the difference between fruits and vegetables. And unfortunately, right, y'all be having like over 100 questions every community gathering. So like I told y'all last week, this week I'm going to dedicate, you know, at least 2 days to y'all, which is, well, a day to y'all, which is today. You know what I'm saying? Today we're going to, pretty much dive into any questions, any answers that, you know, if any one of y'all have, because there's a lot of questions that I wasn't able to answer these past 3-4 weeks within the community gathering. And then tomorrow we will continue with, you know, the topics that I have planned. So again, if this is your first time in the community gathering, welcome to the community gathering. We appreciate you. If you have any questions, please put the questions in the question box. And if you want to join me within if you want to join me on a live, please request the video and we can dive in. So again, if this is your first time, welcome. You know, I like to start off with a quick 30-second to a minute meditation, sound bowl meditation. I like to jump into prayer. And then after that, we can jump into the community gathering, and then we could just go from there. All right. Now, this is your first time in a community gathering. Like I said, I like to start off with the sound bowl, 30-second to a minute meditation. So this sound bowl is tuned to the third eye, right? So what I like to, inform and impute to you all is to understand that when we're doing this 30-second to a minute sound bowl, you want to make sure that you're breathing in your nose and out of your nose only, right? Also, you want to make sure that you're breathing deep within your abdomen. Why? Because majority of us, we breathe only through our chest. We're not utilizing the full capacity of our lungs. So you want to make sure you're breathing deep within the abdomen first. Fill your abdomen up, then your chest, and then exhale. Only through your nose, all right? And lastly, because this is tuned to the third eye, you want to make sure that you're focusing on your third eye, which is like I like to call the first eye. All right, so we're going to dive in 30 seconds to a minute. We're going to jump into prayer, and then we're going to jump into the community gathering. So please have your questions ready. And again, if you want to join me, please feel free to request. So let's begin. I would like to give honor and thanks to the powers that be that have put me in a position to obtain the knowledge that I have, to not just be able to obtain the knowledge, but convert that knowledge into wisdom, to not only be able to teach myself, but the people, places, and things around me. I send that same energy out to every being that's in this live, to every being that will watch this live, and every being that's in this community, to not only be able to obtain the knowledge that may be spoken tonight, but also convert that knowledge into wisdom, to not only be able to teach themselves, but the people, places, and things around them. I also give honor and thanks to send nothing but health, wealth, peace, success, and unlimited happiness to every being that's in this community, because I understand, and understand that without the community, there is no community. I also pray that every vibration, every frequency, and every word spoken tonight speaks and vibrates on the same frequency of love, light, power, and most importantly, truth. I give honor and thanks and speak life and power into the powers that be. Ashe, Asheyo, Amen, Amen, Hare Krishna, and all of the above that you shall subscribe to. What's popping, y'all? We back in it with another community gathering. When God calls, God appears. So welcome. When God calls, God appears. So welcome. Because we understand, and understand the power of the 3, 6, and the 9. When God calls, God appears. So welcome. Again, if this is your first time in a community gathering, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you have any questions, please put the questions in the question box. If you want to join me on the live and have a dialogue, please feel free to, request a video call. We going in tonight. So
just a little recap for all the individuals that are, just joining in, just tapping in. These past 3-4 weeks, we've been diving real deep into disease. What is disease? STDs, the biochemistry of the body, how the body breaks down. What is disease, right? And man, when we be diving in, y'all be having so many questions, and I'll be loving it. Unfortunately, because of time, right? What is time? But I gotta, unfortunately, due to time, I can't really get to all of the questions. So, last week, like I said, I like to keep my word. I told you all this week we will have 2 community gatherings, one tonight and one tomorrow night on the regular day. So again, welcome. We finna just dive in, man. Let's dive in. I see a lot of questions already. You know what I'm saying? So we finna dive in. There is one thing I want to talk about real quick. Real quick. I swear, y'all, 5 minutes. I promise. So I went to, Whew. So I went to a dope event this weekend. I believe it was on Saturday. Yeah, I went to this dope event on Saturday. And one of the things that I was speaking on that y'all seen in my story, I was speaking on as far as language, right? The English language. And it was a lot of questions. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people DMing me about, the full lecture or the full context of what I was speaking on. However, it wasn't, it wasn't too long. You know what I'm saying? But what I will say, just a brief breakdown of what I was speaking on. It was a queen, amongst us, right? And she was asking questions about the English language. And then, another king, he was explaining, different languages and how certain languages in our DNA and things in that nature. And I was pretty much articulating that in the meantime, between time, as we go back to learning our root language, as we go back to learning languages that stimulate the glandular highway, that stimulate certain nerves, that stimulates our vocal cords, to raise our vibration and to alter our DNA back into its natural form. What we could start doing is learning and breaking down the English language, right? And the reason why I say that is because we have to understand the reason why they call it spelling, right? Because whatever you speak, right, you're casting a spell, rather it's a good spell, bad spell, high vibrational spell, low vibrational spell, whatever the case may be. However, whatever you speak, it becomes, you know what I'm saying? That's why damn near in every ancient script, the Bhagavad Gita, the Holy Bible, the Holy Quran, what else? The Holy Tablets, all of these ancient scripts, they will they articulate that life and death is in the power of the tongue. You understand? So it's a reason why in the English language they call it spelling, because whatever you write, whatever you think, whatever you speak, you're literally casting that over your life. Now, I was also, what I wanted to also break down in the midst of that was when it comes to understanding the vibration behind these words, right? Because for an example, right, once you put the glasses on, you can never take them off. Right. We all know this, right? At least 153 of us should know this. Once you put the glasses on, you can never take them off. Right. So a prime example, right? Majority of us, we may say good morning. Right. And I'm not going to say majority of us. Some of us say good morning. Some of us say, divine rising, grand rising. We just detour ourselves away from good morning. Right. And the reason being is because when you have an overstanding and understanding of the root definition of what morning means, right? Then you will start understanding, okay, well, instead of me using this word, what other words could I use to replace basically the word that I'm using, the spell, right? And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because, right, I know some of us, we may have this perspective of, well, when I say good morning, my intentions, my energy behind it isn't mourning or, death, right? It's actually to bring life to somebody's certain situation or to my situation, whatever, or a greeting, right? However, the thing is this, right? Okay, bull, right? Your intentions behind the word could be completely innocent. I get it, right? However, once you put those glasses on, you can never take them off. So once you start overstanding, and understanding the etymology of certain words, the different deep, the root definition of these words, then you will start understanding that, okay, if I start changing and stop saying good morning, right? And take that same intention that I put behind a word of death and I put behind a word of life, right? Then just imagine how much more powerful that would be. You understand what I'm saying? So I also broke down that even with the English language isn't even English, right? It's Latin, it's French. You know what I'm saying? It's all these different parables, it's all these different syllables that are just put together from other languages to make an English word. Now, what I want us to also understand is that the another thing that I want y'all to understand is that even when it comes to the etymology of words, it's important to get 3 books, right? So one of the books I would suggest you all to get is the Webster's Dictionary. Well, it's 2 books, the Webster Dictionary and the etymology of the English language. Right. And so when you go back, those are 2 books. I'm glad I just touched on that before somebody asked that, because I see your questions now. So so now, right, when you start understanding that, when you start going back in ancient times, right, the universal language was telepathy, right? I'm talking about through any natural being. And I'm talking about a bee. I'm talking about a lion. I'm talking about a tree. I'm talking about the sun. I'm talking about through any natural living being. You can speak through to and through these beings by using telepathy, right? Majority of us, most of us may have pets, right? We have a dog, right? We'll know when our dog needs to use the restroom. We'll know when our dog is hungry just by looking at them. Even with babies, even with our children, right? Our kids, we can look at our and be like, oh, nah, he's sleepy, or she's, this is telepathy, right? We may be using this on a conscious level or on a subconscious level. So the reason why I'm bringing that up is because in ancient times, that was our natural language, right? Now, the only time we will actually use the vibration and the frequency of our vocal box of this black hole to bring things into existence was only used to do exactly that, was to bring things into existence, because we understood and understood the power of our voice and the words that we spoke. So then when we spoke something, it was only to, in a way, law of attraction, to manifest, to bring into our existence. So naturally, right, if we want to go back to ancient times, we were only communicating by way of telepathy, frequency and vibration. Then when we're doing different ceremonies or different rituals, or, we're trying to bring something from the spiritual realm into this material realm, then we would actually speak, right? So I bring all of this up, right, to come back to now the God honest truth. It's the lowest frequency vibration of language, which is English, because it does not stimulate any glandular highway at all. It doesn't. Our English language, the words that we speak by way of English language, does not stimulate anything by way of the glandular highway. The reason why I'm bringing up the glandular highway is because the glandular highway is the exact glandular highway that controls your entire autonomic nervous system, your nervous. It controls damn near everything within inside of your body, right? And the 2 master glands, which majority of us should know, because we speak about this all the time. The most powerful, the 2 master glands by way of your glandular highway is your pituitary gland and your pineal gland. right? So if your gland highway is not being stimulated by way of what you're speaking, that means your pineal gland, your pituitary gland is also not being stimulated, which means that it's not raising your frequency, it's not raising your vibration, it's not giving you the capacity to tap into different realms or different dimensions. So I bring this up because once we start breaking down the English language and we start breaking down the etymology and the frequency and the vibration behind these languages, we can now utilize the English language to not work against us, but to work for us. Now, instead of realizing that whatever we speak, right, is casting spells. So now we're not making jokes or bad jokes about ourselves. Like, no, we're constantly empowering ourselves, right? We're saying I am, because you also have to understand that whatever you say after I am, you are that. As a man thinketh, so is he. So I pray I broke that down. I told y'all 10 minutes. I ain't finna go brazy. I see a lot of questions. We finna go in. I just want to break that down because I had a lot of questions when I posted that clip from the event on Saturday. Shit. All right, so let's jump into these questions real quick. I pray everybody doing well. Matter of fact, before I jump into the questions, how everybody is feeling? Everybody good? Everybody copacetic? Let me see some numbers real quick. Y'all know how we do it. We finna rock out. Let me see some numbers real quick. Let me make sure everybody copacetic. Double check it. You know how everybody feeling. Everybody good. Everybody good. Everybody copacetic. You know what I'm saying? Let me see some numbers. Some 3-3s. Some 4-4-4s real quick. You know what I'm saying? All right, for sure. You feeling great. I love it. I sent you a DM about another page pretending to be you. Don't even give it your energy. Art by Shay. Don't even give it no energy. Blessed by the best. I love that. I feel good. Okay, I see them numbers. Bad. I love it. I love it for sure. I just want, I like to just make sure y'all, y'all paying attention. Y'all tapped in, better than amazing. I love it. All right, for sure. I bet. So look, let's jump into these questions, man. Somebody asked, what was the name of the last song you played? It's not out yet. I'm working on the album, but it's going to be dropping soon. Let me see. Do you offer to pick up products in person? No, I do not. Not yet, at least. Once I open up the actual storefront, the herbal store, then yeah, for sure. I would definitely be doing that, but until then, not necessarily. Somebody said, how should I navigate my 7-year-old daughter's eczema? I've changed her diet and put her on a lot of juices. Where does it stem from? All right, boom. So get fit with Nick. I bet. So I'm glad you asked that. So boom, right? So we have to understand what is eczema, right? Where does eczema stem from, like you asked? So we have to understand something, right? Just to break it down, and I don't want nobody getting scared, because if we done broke down eczema, we done broke down STDs and herpes, all of it. We done broke this down. So if you in here getting scared by what I'm about to say, I advise you to go back about 3 weeks ago when I broke down, different diseases. All right. Because one thing about it, it's easy to get rid of a disease. It's all about your mindset. It's all about your discipline, how bad you want it, and your why. So for those that don't know, eczema is nothing but herpes, right? There are over 108 strands of herpes. 8 is which affects us humans, for lack of better words. So eczema is nothing but herpes. What is herpes? So now we got to break down what is herpes. Herpes is nothing but a parasite, right? It's a part of the zoster family, the hemith worm, right? So when it comes to eczema, you have to understand that you're dealing with a parasite. You're dealing with worms. So what I advise you to do is, of course, stay on the juices, right? First off, my question to you is, what juices are you having your 7-year-old daughter on? The reason why I'm asking is because I also broke down the difference between fruits and vegetables. We have to understand that vegetables is full of nitrate, right? Nitrogen. Nitrogen does what? It builds the body. Fruits, on the other hand, cleanse the body. So I advise you, if you're mixing any fruits or vegetables, or if you're only on vegetables, or whatever the case may be, whatever juices you're doing, I definitely advise only doing fruit juices, because you need to cleanse the body before you rebuild the body. Another thing is that you need to do a parasite cleanse. Now, because your daughter is 7 years old, I could make, I would advise you to email me, and we can get a custom, like a little small custom package for your daughter. So I sell parasite elimination tinctures. It has alcohol in it. However, I can make a tincture without alcohol by using vegetable glycerin. So if you want that, just let me know. And we could do like a probiotic tea. Nothing too crazy, because of course she's 7, you know what I'm saying? But what I can say is that a natural parasite eliminator is papaya seeds. So it's 2 things that you can do with the papaya seeds, right? So you get a papaya, boom, make sure it's right. You cut it in half, save the seeds. And what you can do is, with the smoothies, right, you can make your daughter a fruit smoothie. And what you can do is, you can take about a half, she's 7, so I would say take about a half a tablespoon of the papaya seeds, and you can put them inside of the smoothie, blend them up. The papaya seeds is a natural parasite cleanser. So you can have her on that for about, I would say about 2, maybe 3 weeks, not too long. And another thing that you can do with the papaya seeds is that you can actually sun dry them, or you can dry them out, right? And then you can actually put it in like a pepper grinder, and you can use it as pepper, right? So that'll be another parasite cleanse. So yeah, that's what I would definitely advise you. So just to recap, fruit juices, watermelons, a lot of melons, a lot of seeded grapes. What else? And berries. Definitely a lot of berries, because berries are high in antioxidants. And then if you want some herbs, you can email me. I can make a less potent parasite elimination tincture, and a smaller probiotic tea. And again, the papaya seeds is going to work well. You know, just have her on that. Make sure she's not eating any dairy, because dairy is what brings parasites. Meats, complex proteins, complex sugars, complex salts. All of these complex things is what brings parasites. So make sure your daughter is not on that. Cleanse. And I pray I answered your question. I know I just broke that down. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I swallowed the papaya seeds. All right, so boom. So check this, right? This is the thing. Now, one thing about the papaya seeds, you can't just swallow them whole. You have to break them down, because what's going to happen is, once you poop, all you're going to do is poop the papaya seeds out. Like, you're going to poop them out whole. See, what you want to do is, you want to break those papaya seeds down. So if you're chewing the papaya seeds, I commend you on that, because I'm not doing that. That'd be a little too strong for a nigga, you feel me? So what I do is, I'll put them in I'll put them in a smoothie and blend them up. Now, what you want to do is, you want to make sure that those papaya seeds are broken down, because you want those, you want the chemicals and the simple proteins and the things inside of that papaya seeds to actually enter the body, the digestive system, the hydrochloric acid could actually break it down. The biophotons, the minerals, the vitamins, whatever the papaya seeds consist of, to get rid of those parasites, could get inside the bloodstream, bring those parasites out. You know what I'm saying? They go crazy. That's exactly what happened. Yeah, for sure. I'm telling you. Hey, I'm telling you. You try to swallow the papaya seeds, they gonna come out the same way they came in. You feel me? You got to break them down. So again, I pray I answered your question. Let's jump into some more questions, y'all. And again, listen, ain't nobody really want to join. Listen, y'all ain't got to be scared. If y'all want to join me on the community gathering, ask questions, have a dialogue, please feel free. Tonight is genuinely about y'all. I'm actually thinking about just doing this every week. Tuesdays could be questions and answers. And then the community gather on Wednesdays could actually be, the topic. We can go back with regular programming. So I'm thinking about doing that. So yeah, again, if y'all want to join me, please feel free. Do not Do not be afraid. Somebody asked, are your products safe while breastfeeding? It depends, right? And the reason why I say it depends is because it depends on how cleansed you are, right? So this is the thing, right? If you're not cleansed, if you've never did a detox, if you never cleansed your blood, if you never cleansed your lymphatic system, I do not advise doing a detox or a cleanse while breastfeeding. The reason being is because when you're cleansing, a lot of toxins, a lot of feces, a lot of buildup goes back into the bloodstream. This is where you get healing symptoms from, right? With the flu-like symptoms. So a lot of these things go back into the bloodstream. And so if you're breastfeeding, that means those toxins are going inside the milk and it's going inside of the baby. However, right, if you've been on cleanse before, whatever the case may be, I would say it's okay. However, I still don't advise it unless you are trying to cleanse your baby. Right? That's what I can say. If you have like a few month old baby or a year or a 2-year-old baby that's still, that's still breastfeeding, and you're trying to cleanse your baby, I would definitely recommend taking herbs, light herbs, not too heavy, right? Not too potent, not too strong, but some light herbs. So, now those cleansing herbs could be kind of like, in a sense, it could be watered down. So when it enters the body of the baby, it's not going to be as potent, as strong or anything like that. But again, you have to be cleansed first. You know what I'm saying? You can't just, you can't just be on herbs and you ain't cleansed before. You ain't never detox. You ain't never cleansed your lymphatic system, no blood, and you getting on it. And you still, that's toxic. You ain't doing nothing but feeding your baby toxic milk. So. I pray I answered that question. Let's see what else we got, man. We got a lot of questions. Yeah. Y'all dive in, man. We gonna braze it tonight, man. I'm excited, y'all. I'm excited. Let's see what other questions we got up in here real quickly. Display, you feel me? I would really like to talk to you about a deeper topic about us soul beings, but not on your live. I mean, shit, it's whatever, man. It's the community. If you wanna talk about us soul beings, we can do that. Request a call. We can have a dialogue. A simple detox. You could get it's 3 things you can get on my website, thebloodthatheals.com, for a little simple detox. As I explained last week, in order to detox, in order to heal or to get rid of any disease, you have to first cleanse the digestive system and then the lymphatic system. So I would definitely recommend on my website, The Blood That Heals, get the Super Mover 1 and the Super Mover 2 that comes together, and you can get the kidney filtration. The reason why I advise getting the kidney filtration with the Super Mover 1 and Super Mover 2 is because the kidneys are the filtration system of the body. So anything that goes through the digestive system, anything that goes through the lymphatic system has to go through the kidneys. So now you can poop, you can piss it out, and whatever the case may be. So I pray I answered your question on that. What light cleansing herbs do you suggest for breastfeeding moms? Well, it depends on what you're trying to do. If you're trying to cleanse, that's difficult, man. That's difficult because, again, if you've never cleansed before, I don't advise being on herbs while breastfeeding. But if you have cleansed and you do your body due diligence to eliminate, that's difficult to answer because, like I said, I just don't advise it unless you're trying to cleanse the baby. But what I can say is that you can go on my website, right? And what you can do is, okay, so prime example, right? What I mean by light, right? So if I make a tea